Hey, it's your boy Jonah, and I've got a new background, for reasons I don't even know why. Anyway, I'll deal with that later. Right now I have a video to cover. See, I'm a big fan of Smash Bros. Ever since Melee, which I'll never play, Brawl, and I absolutely love Smash 4. So I came across a kid talking about what he believes to be the top 10 worst characters in Smash Bros. 4. It wasn't good. But what else do you really expect? I'm doing a commentary on it. Also, I'll be using Kodako as my avatar here. Why? Because I recently discovered Danganronpa, and I absolutely love it. Cue the intro!
Hey guys, today I'm bringing you the top 10 worst Smash Bros. Characters. With the huge roster there is today in Smash Bros., there's bound to be a few, well, worse ones. This video does not include DLC or Mii fighters, just the characters you start with and are able to earn.
Yeah, about that. Why can't you add in DLC characters into this? You never give an explanation, so I can just assume you don't have any of them. This is gonna be slightly important later down the list.
Most of the characters are fine, and the ones on this list are just the few that stand out as a little worse than the rest. If your main is on this list, don't worry, I probably just suck as them.
Wait. Hold up. So you're not judging these characters by how good they can be. You're judging them by how good you are at using them. This is gonna be a problem, isn't it?
Some of these characters might just be hard to pick up. That or they really do suck. Also, these fights don't show what it would be like to fight with a real person, as they were recorded with CPUs.
You know, showing your own footage isn't that great of an idea, especially when, actually, never mind, we'll come back to that too.
Let's start the list. Here at number 10 is Little Mac. No, not that one, the little one.
I'll have you know Little Mac can be quite deadly. Calories are a big issue, you know.
To start things off, Little Mac is a little predictable with his attacks, which makes it hard to hit with him. He has a few good moves, but they're not the most reliable.
How so exactly? You say his moves aren't reliable, but say nothing to back them up. Are you talking about his down tilt, which allows for a hit stun and a combo afterwards? His jab that's near inescapable from? And how about his smash attacks, all of which have super armor? See, elaboration isn't that hard.
Then there's his up B. It is simply garbage.
Even though it can be comboed into by down tilt, and also adds super armor.
You can launch him off the stage and then the Little Mac players hope they can make it back, and most of the time. He's at...
No, I didn't edit that. There was actually a brief moment of silence where you can't tell what's going on. Either this was a poorly timed joke, or you cut out your audio. Don't do it again.
Number 10, because while he has some cons, he has some pretty powerful attacks.
You know, I just noticed he never brought up the KO punch once in this. You know, the move that's almost an insta-kill. That move alone is good enough for him to not be on the list.
At number 9 is Ganondorf. His speed sucks. Recovery sucks.
Well, you're right about Ganondorf's speed being trash. His recovery is the opposite. Ganondorf's up B is similar to Captain Falcon's in that it allows you to grab your opponent and fling them forward. If you're good enough at predicting, it can lead to a few good stage spikes. Only unlike Captain Falcon, it is better range in that its last few seconds allow for a powerful hit.
In the air, vulnerable.
Again, how so? Ganondorf's up air is one of the best coverages in the game, being able to hit from multiple distances. And for his down air and neutral air, they're both amazing as well. Now you could have just meant that he's easy to hit in the air because of his size. But again, you didn't elaborate on this.
At number 8 is Megaman. Megaman is just in battle. He's not that fast, but not that slow. Number 9 is Ganondorf. His speed sucks. Recovery sucks.
So the character of speed that sucks is higher than the one with speed that's just average. And goes the bleach!
His attacks aren't very great and are kinda predictable.
You know, even though your footage is showing a really far-reaching forward smash.
Also, I have to mention, he poops dogs. Don't believe me? Here's proof. I don't find Megaman a super strong contender.
You know, if the poop dog thing was a joke, it failed. It failed because you have the same emotional tone throughout the whole entire video. Well, except when you're trying to be angry. And if it wasn't a joke, then great job, you made a pointless point.
And at number 7 is PacMan. I just can't seem to do good as him.
And this line summarizes this whole entire video. Just because you're not good with the character, doesn't mean that others won't be. Everybody has their own set way of playing a character. This video really should have been called Top 10 Characters I Suck At in Smash Bros. 4.
I don't know why. He's not that bad, right? His attacks aren't the best, which is the case with a lot of entries on this list.
Refer back to the Little Mac segment. And also, you're showing him using the fire hydrant. That's debatably one of the best projectiles in the game, as it does heavy damage and can push away opponents with good timing. The bad thing is, a lot of people watching is probably Smash players who know what you're saying is false.
He's more on the medium side of speed.
As compared to Ganondorf, who's absolutely terrible, who's lower on the list.
Also, how do you go from this to this?
Same way we went from this to this. Seriously though, when has design ever affected a character's abilities? Oh wait, it's not a top list. This is just an opinions list.
Here at number 6 is Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt is hard to play right.
You know, for some people... never mind, am I going to repeat myself this many times?
His projectiles are hard to hit with and not that strong overall, except for the explosive can. That's pretty good. Seriously, what's in the can? Some kind of nuclear bomb? Duck Hunt is easily hit over and over again.
What do you mean by easily hit? If you mean able to get comboed easily, then no. Duck Hunt's a pretty light character, so he's harder to hit than say Ganondorf or another entry on this list. Was any research put into this at all?
You have to be pretty good to play him right. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those people.
Am I allowed to say just get good in this case? I think I can. Okay then. Get good! I'm not even saying this in a joking manner. There's plenty of YouTube videos that help with tips and tricks for characters. Heck, I'll give you advice. Just look up some guy called the Smash Corner. He makes plenty of tips and trick videos to help with fellow Smashers. Fellow Smashers. Oh gosh, that sounds better in my head.
Coming in at number 5 is Robin. Robin is a super slow person. He almost relies on his laser blast thingy. That's because his moves suck, and I hate them. You
know, even though Robin's one of the only few characters in the game with a move that can self-heal himself. Well, I'll take your word for it. Robin sucks. Worst character in the game. 10 out of 10 IGN.
Again, because he's so slow, that makes him easy to hit, and that's no good. Robin sucks, and I hate him. He's just another sword character. This unbiased message was brought to you by Nintensun.
Oh my gosh, can this argument just die already? Whether or not there's a lot of sword fighters, it doesn't matter. If they have unique attributes, it doesn't matter. I mean, take Corrin. He's another sword fighter, but yeah, he's better at long range. I don't think you looked at your script. And if you didn't...
That's no good.
Number 4 is King Dede.
You had better explain this well.
Now this guy is powerful. He can kill at low percentages, he has pretty good recovery, but when you realize how slow he is, look how long it takes for this guy to charge up the hammer forward smash thing. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that. You know what else I saw? I saw you explaining the forward smash and the forward smash alone. You didn't bother to go in the Gordos, which is Dede's signature and most used move. Heck, his down smash wasn't mentioned, and as a Dede made myself, I can say it's one of his fastest smash attacks.
In all seriousness, this dude's attacks are pretty bad.
Even though you only elaborate on one.
At number 3 is Wii Fit Trainer. She's not that powerful and her attacks suck. I feel like there's something else that sucks about her, but I'm not sure. She just sucks in general. Another unbiased message brought to you by Nintensun.
The heck? This entry is actually worse than the other one. At least in the other entries, I was able to understand your main complaints, both with the speed and attack. Here it's just, Wii Fit sucks because she sucks. And also, if you're gonna try doing jokes, don't repeat the same one twice. Anyway, let me go over the reasons why Wii Fit Trainer doesn't suck. Particularly her special move. Neutral B, great zoning tool. Side B, also a great zoning tool, and can spike if you're close enough. Down B, if charged correctly, allows you to self-heal, and allows you to do more damage with your neutral B. Oh yeah, and for somebody who's such a speed Nazi, you didn't even take her speed into account, which is admittedly really good. Your own footage proves this.
Number 2 is Palutena. She leaves something to be desired.
If you know what I mean. Wait, I just realized, 3 of the female characters are near the bottom. I call sexism!
I don't know how to explain it. She just isn't good. It might be her moves and power. I feel like she's overshadowed by better characters.
So you're judging a character by how good the other ones are.
Everybody's an idiot except for me.
If Viacom comes after me, I'm blaming you.
Why would you choose one that stinks over one that's, well, the footage speaks for itself?
Yeah, footage of a character not playing against another player, and footage of Lucario at, what is that, 124%? Of course it's gonna be KO'd. Did you really think nobody was going to notice that? Also, we get it. You love Captain Falcon. Put your Raptor away.
The worst character in Super Smash Bros. Wii U is Jigglypuff. I don't know what to say. This character is utter trash. To start it off, Jigglypuff got a nerf from Melee. Now her rest attack is far gimmickier than before, and it only kills around 50%. It's not even worth trying that attack, as you'll probably just miss and either get hurt badly or die.
2 things here. First, Rest being able to kill him normally 50%. Again, you completely forgot about how this all depends on how light a character is. Also, you can argue Rest is debatably better in Smash 4 because of the residual damage that occurs after time. Then there's also the fact that you're not even showing this through your footage because it's your own and not anybody else's who's good with her. Again, you said you might suck with some of these characters, and apparently you do with Jigglypuff, so again, get good.
Jigglypuff is slow and has some really trashy moves.
The one you just showed probably being the best shield breaker in the game.
Only a skilled player can play Jigglypuff right. And that, my friends, takes persistence. So it's not even worth trying.
So you're saying we can't use a character because it takes time to learn? Even though learning is part of the fun of Smash Bros. Screw you.
That will be all for my top 10 worst Super Smash Bros. Wii U characters. Sorry if I didn't explain all their cons on this list that well.
So you acknowledge that you might have done that? And yet you didn't look over your script or bother to explain anyways. Kill me!
If you enjoyed, you should consider liking the video and maybe even subscribing.
You know, I contemplated that, and then I thought, this video sucks. Why make a commentary on it? So I chose a new avatar, downloaded it, got on Windows Movie Maker, started talking, went through the first interjection, and
2 hours later.
And now we're right here.
I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Such a quality outro. No credits. No, nothing but this red background that makes me think of blood. Anyway, I'm ending this video here. Seriously though, what the heck was this list? This wasn't a top worst Smash characters list. This was actually a top 10 characters I suck at with Smash. There was no elaboration. Almost every single point in this video was bad. Why do you think I didn't skip it all? As somebody who played Smash the majority of their lives, it hurt to see a video this badly made. I feel the video would have been improved had you actually added DLC characters into this like you said you weren't going to. Really, I give you advice, but you apparently already know it as you know you didn't elaborate enough. I hope this advice helps you in the future. Jonah Smith, signing out.